Okay, sir, till now we discussed about list and tuples and different programming control structure statements and how to perform filters, how to apply filters and performing transformations over list, and how to iterate our loop through multiple lists at a time. So all these operations we have seen. Today we enter into dictionary. What is a dictionary? It's a collection of key and value pairs. Okay. Suppose BTech is your qualification. My immediate question is, when is the passed out? Let's say 2000 is the passed out. And your next qualification is MTech. That is key. The passed out year is 2002. And after that you did PhD. The PhD is suppose 2010, like this. Think that this dictionary name is qualification Q. I will execute this and check how to access elements of this dictionary. You will see now. I think we stopped Python. It's what our dictionary. If it is list or tuple, how you are accessing elements, sir? By passing index number, or another technique is what? Slicing technique. But here it's not that one. You have to pass key. If you pass key, you will get value. Suppose BTech I am passing as key. I should get value as 2000. Check it now. This one, 2000. Same thing Q of PhD I am passing. What is the result? 2010 is the result. And Q of MBA I am passing. MBA not available. If key not available, you get error because the key is not found. Understand? The key error MBA is not found. That means how to access your dictionary elements means by passing key, we get value. Understand the point? Take these statements. Okay, here Keshav has asked one question. How to insert a new pairs to dictionary? I'm saying that learn of Q, sir. Observe what happened. How many pairs are here? Learn of Q, I said. What is the reply? 3. That means number of pairs, 3. Projector little. The reply is 3. I want to add one more new pair. If I say Q of, after that you did MBA also, equal to, if you say, that means assignment. I'm giving 2012. Here the rule, if given key is not existed, during assignment, if the given key is not existed, a new pair will be inserted. Just check this execution. Right? Actually, MBA previously not available. Now print Q. What happened? MBA is added or not? A new pair is added. Okay, I'm doing one more small change. Q of Q is our dictionary. MTech equals to 2005. Previous value 2002. Now I have given a new value 2005. That means now what will happen is if given key is already existed, previous value will be overridden. That means updation will happen. Always, what is the rule, sir, for key? Key should be unique. Value can be duplicated. Understand? Like that, here MTech is already available. MTech already existed. That's why the previous value will be updated. That means overridden. I'm running this. Now print latest Q. How many pairs are expected? Still 4 pairs. MTech previous value 2002. Now latest value 2005. That means during assignment, what will happen? If given key existed, value will be overridden. If not existed, a new pair will be inserted. Write that point. During assignment, if given key existed, previous value will be overridden. If given key not existed, a new pair will be inserted. Okay. The rule here, key should be unique. Value can be duplicated. The next part, I'm maintaining your bank accounts. 101 is your account number. Your balance amount is 10,000. 102 is another customer. Balance amount 40,000. 103 5,000. Think that your bank has only 3 customers. If you pass your account number, you get your balance amount value. Now, account number 1, okay, withdrawing 5,000 rupees. If you withdraw 5,000 rupees, what it should be? The 10,000 should become 5,000, right? 10,000 minus 5,000. So at the time, what you have to say? 101 minus equals to ACC is a dictionary. ACC of 101 means I will get 10,000. From that 10,000, you are subtracting 5,000. Now, what is his latest balance? 5,000. Suppose ACC of 102, he is depositing, sir, this time. Then I am saying plus equals to. Suppose 102 is depositing another 10,000. Now, what is expected balance for 102? 50,000. ACC of 104, actually he is not available. Understand? During assignment, if given key not available, what will happen? A new pair will be inserted. That means here 104 is a new customer. A new customer is signing up into your bank by depositing 25,000. After these three statements, how many pairs are there into the dictionary? 4 pairs. Understand the point, sir? Just check these operations. Check the value of this ACC now. There are 4 pairs observed. 101 previous balance 10,000. Now latest balance 5,000. For 102 50,000. No operation for 103. 104 is newly inserted. Understand this point? Account number I am passing as key. Let's say 101. What are the value name? And mode of transaction. I want to give either a deposit or withdraw or inserting a new pair. Any one of these three. Who are allowed to deposit, sir? Already he should be existed customer. And who is allowed to withdraw? Existed customer. Understand the point, sir? And insert. Insert. Who can join again? Who is not available in existed list? Understand the point, sir? I am giving only three options. Either W for withdraw, D for deposit, I for insert. Okay. So in the beginning, I'm giving W. Then immediate my question, how much amount? Suppose 5,000 is the amount. Here manually I'm fixing the values. If you want to take from the user, already have input statement. Okay. Now he is trying to withdraw. ACC of ACNO equals to minus equals to that amount. So what is the condition for this? What is the condition for this? If ACC dot get off that account number equals to not equals to none. If it is equals to none means what, sir? He is not available. For example, if you say like this, ACNO, if 101 not available, it returns error so that your program execution will be stopped out. That's why there is a get method into this one. Get off that account number. Equals to none means none is an object which is equivalent to null. If it is equals to none means given account number is not available. Not equals to none means that account number is available. If he is available and the mode is equal to W, or immediately I am checking one more condition. If mode equal to W, W for withdraw. Understanding this point or not? Then it has to be deducted from his previous balance. How to get his previous balance? ACC of that particular account number, if you pass, you will get his balance. From that balance, the given amount is deducted. For example, if mode equals to I, not I, deposit D. To deposit D also, what is the eligible condition? Account should be already existed, right? That is what our upper condition. Then ACC of account number plus equals to the given amount. Still else. Understand the point, sir? Here I am saying that L if, which is else and if combination. Suppose customer existed, he is allowed to perform only two operations, either withdraw or deposit, or else he can check the balance amount even. That's why else if, else I have another option, elif mode equals to, just say B for balance. If it is balance, I'm just printing balance amount. How to get his balance amount? ACC of that account number. If we pass account number, you get value, right? Like this. Still else, print invalid option. It's all the story when, sir, if customer is already existed. This is the else for this main if. Above condition false means what? Customer is not there. The newly given account number is not existed. If it is not existed, if mode is equal to I means inserting a new account. Again, else and if combination has appeared, right? Directly you can say what? Elif. Elif of mode equals to I. If this condition is true, new account has to be inserted. Then ACC of account number equals to amount. Understanding this? Still else, print invalid option. Understand this point? Let's run and test it. Okay. First, what you are doing, sir? First, to check previous value of this account. 101. What is the balance now? 5,000. Now, what he is doing? Withdrawing. Okay. In withdrawing, also one more condition we need to add it. Directly, we cannot withdraw. What is the condition for that? If mode is equal to W, what is the condition for that? And another condition has to be applied. ACC of that amount less than or equals to given amount. Understand the point, sir? Sorry. This given amount, the given amount less than or equal to his balance amount. His balance amount, ACC of that account number. Suppose he has said 5,000. 5,000 less than or equal to 5,000, condition true, right? Then he is allowed for that operation. Understand the point? Suppose he has given 7,000. Here amount 7,000. But 7,000 less than or equal to 5,000, condition false. That is not allowing. Understanding the point, sir? You can plan it as a separate condition. If the condition true, this is the operation. Else, print insufficient balance. Understand the point, sir? For deposit, no need to validate it. The account is existed or not, that is enough. I am running this now. After completion of this transaction, what you are expecting for 101 balance, sir? 0 rupees. Now check it. If mode double equals to B, here one more equal to. I'm running now. Check his latest balance. Print ACC. Previously 5,000, now 0. Once again, I'm giving for 2. What is a 102 balance now? 50,000. But he is trying to withdraw 70,000. What is expected functionality? Insufficient balance. Check it now. Insufficient balance. Still, what is the latest balance of 102? So nothing happened for 102. Still his balance is 50,000 only. Now I am giving 107, sir. But 107 is not existed, but he is trying to withdraw. What is expected answer? For 107, what is expected answer? Mode is equal to I false. So that invalid option. So that 107 cannot perform anything. Understand? Okay. But 107 this time trying to open the account. That's why the mode is I. Now run it now. Check the latest account information. A new pair inserted or not. Understand this condition, sir. So here, instead of passing key directly, why we use get method? Why we use get method there? If I pass directly key, at the time of accessing, if the key is not available, you will get error. So that your program execution will be stopped at runtime. Instead of using, if you use get method, if given key not available, it returns, instead of returning error, it returns non-object, NONE. So that your program execution will not be stopped. Understood this point? Take this code, sir. The next one, sir, one more example. Observe this. I am taking a list of genders. First person is male, sir. Next one is also male. Female, 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 male, male. Total how many elements are here? 7 elements. So among 7, 4 males and 3 females. I want grouping aggregation about the frequency. If I apply len of sex, what I will get? Total 7. But I want separate count. Separate count for male, separate count for female. So to perform this such kind of grouping aggregations, I will take help of this dictionary. Let's say frequency is my dictionary name. In the beginning, that is an empty dictionary. For V in sex, 7 times the loop will be running. If frequency dot get off, that V equals to none. What is the meaning of that condition? In the first iteration, V value is M. Dictionary dot get off M not available. If not available, first time I want to insert some pair. That pair is like this. Frequency of that V equals to 1. Now first time what entered? Male as key, 1 as value, that is entered. Correct? Suppose if the given condition false means what, sir? Already that male is existed, right? If male existed, one more one I want to add to the previous value. Then frequency of V plus equals to 1. In the first iteration, what will happen, sir, in the dictionary? In the first iteration, M value, V value is M. Frequency dot get of M, not available. That's why non condition true. That's why first time M1 will be inserted. In second iteration, what is the V value? Again M. Now in this moment, the given condition false, right? Because of false, what you are asking? Add 1 to the previous value. If 1 is added, what will happen? 2. Third iteration, what will happen, sir? First time F will be inserted. In the fourth iteration, 1 is added to F. In fifth iteration, one more 1 is added to F. In sixth, 1 is added to M. Then it becomes 3. In the seventh iteration, one more 1 is added to M. Now it will become 4. After completion of this for loop, how many males are there, how many females are there, that is ready or not? Understand this point, sir. Observe this execution. Sorry, here. What is the final result? You check it. There are 4 males, 3 females. Got it? In this way, I can perform grouping aggregations. So more grouping aggregations in the next class we will see. Take this one. One more operation here. So where is your final result, sir? Your final result is in frequency. That is a dictionary. Within this, how many pairs are there? 2 pairs are there. I want to take all the keys. Only keys I want to take. Very simple. That a dictionary name. Dot keys. You will get all the keys. This is a wrapper of a list object, which can be iterable even. Okay. Same in the place of keys, if you give values, you will get only the values. What are the values here? 4 and 3. Once again, I am running 4 and 3. If you treat this one as a list, this one as a list, I want to make it as a tuple, list of tuples. Then list of zip of. First take key set. How to take it? Dot keys of. Second set dot values. Now I will get a list of tuples. Understand the points? I want to iterate for k comma v in a list of zip of frequency of keys, frequency of values. Print number of m, sorry, number of k is v. Now check the output now. Number of m is 4, number of f is 3, like that. In this way, you can iterate loop through a dictionary. Got it? Take these statements. The first statement is here. Iterating through dictionary. Keys of. You get all keys. Values. All values of dictionary. As list. Now we are going to iterating. For k comma v in list of zip of frequency dot keys of comma dot values of. Print.